Ladies and gentlemen, let the arena feel the electricity. We stand here tonight in the shadow of SummerSlam 2025, where history once again bore witness to the greatness of Roman Reigns. The tribal chief walked into that battlefield, not alone, but alongside the man who once called him, Uce, with fire in his eyes, Jey Uso. And together, that reunited force of bloodline brotherhood brought the storm to Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, the muscle-bound mercenaries of the Vision. Night 1 of SummerSlam saw the unthinkable, the once broken brothers standing united, driving their enemies into the mat, and claiming victory as only warriors of their legacy can. But this is not just about a match. No, this is about the echoes of destiny reverberating across the WWE universe. Because after that triumph, after the sweat and the roars faded, Roman Reigns wasn't done. No, the tribal chief made his move during the final moments of Raw, when chaos reigned and eyes turned toward the curtain. And then, his music hit. The crowd erupted. The presence of dominance had arrived. He came for Seth Rollins. He came for the henchman. He came to show that the bloodline of greatness does not rest quietly in the shadows. But the war was not one-sided. Because ambush came from all directions. Rollins' pack swarmed like vultures. Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed were there with vengeance burning in their hearts. And in that storm, even the tribal chief, the man who has ruled unbroken for years, found himself caught in a moment of calculated destruction. And now, whispers echo in the locker room, in the arenas, in every corner of social media. Roman Reigns may be out for the next month. The mighty warrior taking yet another pause from the battlefield. Some call it weakness. Others call it strategy. Because this, my friends, is not a new chapter, it is a familiar rhythm in the story of the head of the table. He first donned the mantle of tribal chief after his return at SummerSlam 2020. That night, a new era was born, one of dominance, cunning, and absolute control. And since that day, Roman has never been afraid to step back from the weekly grind. He chooses his moments like a master chess player moving his king into the perfect strike position. This is no accident. This is the Roman Reigns philosophy. Triple H himself, the cerebral assassin, the architect of modern WWE, has endorsed this approach. To him, Roman is not just a superstar, he is a special attraction. A presence that shakes the very foundation of the arena when his music hits. And like all rare attractions, his power lies in scarcity. He does not give the people what they want every week. He gives them what they never see coming, when the time is right. This is how you keep the magic alive. This is how you keep the anticipation burning. It is the same method once perfected by Brock Lesnar. Appear rarely. Strike hard. Leave a mark that cannot be erased. And just as Lesnar once brought shock and awe with every appearance, Roman now wears that mantle proudly. After WrestleMania 41, the tribal chief didn't linger on weekly shows. He stepped away, letting the hunger grow. Letting the WWE universe yearn for his return. And when the moment came, July 14th, Monday Night Raw, he made them remember why absence only makes the heart beat louder. The crowd erupted, the energy shifted, and every superstar in that locker room knew. The king had returned to his throne, if only for a brief time. But make no mistake, this is not the end of Roman Reigns' story. No, this is just the breath before the roar. Because the month of silence will not be a month of weakness. It will be a month of planning. A month of sharpening the blade. A month of preparing for the next act in the saga of the tribal chief. And when the call comes again, when the stage is set and the enemies gather, Roman Reigns will walk down that ramp. The pyros will explode, the crowd will chant his name, and the WWE universe will know. The head of the table is not done. Not now, not ever. Because in the empire of WWE, kings do not fade quietly. They wait, they watch. And when the time comes, they strike with the force of destiny itself. Roman Reigns is that destiny. And his reign is far from over.